Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Pandey. I am a student of Bachelor of Network Security studying in TEF. Today I am going to talk about life-threatening water shortage in Australia caused by rich overseas and triggered by bottled water.
Is Australia running out of water? Forces to meet water demand. The reason is that there is a little of rain. It is said that Australia is the second dry country following the South Pole. First, why is there such a small amount of rain in Australia? There are three reasons. The first reason is the high atmospheric pressure. It rises over the Indian Ocean and it moves to Australia. The high atmospheric pressure causes fine weather, so this means no rain. The second reason is the sea surface temperature. In the northwest of Australia, it is lower than usual. This means there is no evaporation of water, and that causes atmospheric dryness, and it is carried to Australia. So, this means no rain. The third reason is the destruction of forests and plants. Australia is of course a very dry country, so it is no surprise to find that groundwater is extensively used right across the continent. Perth relies heavily on the Ngungurra Mound aquifer for its water supply, but the water table has been dropping for the past 40 years or more because of reduced rainfall, increased extraction, and probably because of decreased rechargerizing from vegetation water use. What water do we use and how much are we using? Throughout most of the last century, governments invested heavily in the construction of large water storages throughout Australia, so that by 2000 they had constructed nearly 500 large dams with a total storage capacity of almost 84,000 GL. Most of this capacity was built after World War II, that is, during decades that were a lot wetter on average than in the first half of the same century. In 2004, across Australia, just over 44,000 GL of water was stored in large dams, and by 2005 it was just below 40,000 GL. Adelaide's water crisis follows similar problems in cities around the world, as the combination of growing population, increasing agricultural use, and global warming stretches resources to the limit. Experts are warning of permanent drought in many regions. Can you imagine going through your daily routine without clean water? The statistics show that this is the reality for over 650 million people who do not have access to clean, safe water. As we all know, climate change is also drastically affecting water levels the world over. The available freshwater in Australia is expected to drop significantly as rainfall patterns change. Additional pressure on water resources is also felt as a result of rapid population growth. Disposal of water bottles is a very big problem. 80% will end up in landfills. The rest of the water bottle will sit for thousands of years or incinerators where they are burned, releasing toxic pollution. The rest collected for recycling. It will create water pollution. Water pollution is a huge problem, especially when we're looking at areas that don't necessarily have a good sewage system. Discarded bottles can also leak harmful chemicals into the ground, which can increase the likelihood of contaminated water sources.